It's almost impossible to walk down Chicago Avenue in Evanston without peeking into the stores. Throughout the year, window displays take on a new look based on the season.
I would say the window I love doing the most is in January when it's really gray out and the holidays are over. I always do the brightest window. And that's the most fun for me.
But they're always welcoming shoppers inside.
This is one of our more popular lines called Firefly.
Jamie Leonardi owns Stumble and Relish. It's one of over 200 businesses that make up the Main-Dempster Mile. This stretch of Chicago Avenue is one of Evanston's 3 special service areas. Those are nonprofits that receive property tax funding to boost economic development. But this SSA is different than others. The mile's window displays, signage, and decorations make it special, a marketing tactic known as placemaking.
It's very simple, but it's hard to wrap your mind around. It is activating a public space, and activating a public space could be as easy as chalking the sidewalk. Like, that is an activation, so don't overthink it.
That's Catherine Gotzik, the Mile's executive director and sole employee.
All will have sidewalk cafes in the summer.
She organizes the Mile's placemaking efforts day to day and is excited for what's to come, especially lighting projects and new signage.
Permanent signs that say, "We're glad you're here, welcome." They have our logo on them.
But placemaking isn't just large-scale projects. Take Leonardi's window, for example.
I feel like it brings people in. I mean, we are on a very busy street, so people are walking by and driving by constantly, but it's a very dark street. So if you could brighten anything, it draws people in immediately. We also have people standing out there like, oh, I should come in.
Leonardi and 60 other small businesses started the SSA 8 years ago. Today, the Mile is home to over 200 merchants. Leonardi says the SSA fosters community and encourages customers to shop local.
When we started, it was like a little community of business owners that kind of just like volunteered their time, and we would be like, let's do Christmas decorations or let's do an event. And now we kind of have a bigger reach. Like, we have more people, we have someone dedicated, Catherine, who's awesome, to help us like facilitate all of that. So being part of the service area really changed things.
Along with that bigger reach, Leonardi says the Mile's placemaking efforts help the neighborhood feel unique.
It feels like an area now. Like, you can immediately come in and you know you're in some sort of a neighborhood. It's a little spread out, but just visually there's signage that wasn't there before. There's cute lights, we have Christmas lights, we have decorations, but the events is the biggest part. Like, the street's activated on a semi-regular basis with something happening.
Right down the road, Diana Hammond activates her store, The Wine Goddess, with a locally crafted artificial flower display.
So basically, we have an installation for 3 seasons. We have the summer flower bomb, which is crazy. It's so gorgeous. This guy is the autumn flower bomb. And then we have kind of like the general winter flower bomb, which will go up after Thanksgiving.
Hammond's business opened before the SSA began.
When I first started in this area, the city actually referred to this area as a blight because it was just nothing was really happening down here.
And since then, she says the Mile brings so much vibrance and variety to the area.
It is one of the only areas in the city where, I think every business here is indeed independent. And there's, where else, just this block alone, where else can you, go get your watch fixed in the same jeweler that's been there since 1936? Next to that, Guitar Works, which is one of the seminal, music instrument stores, not only in Evanston, but in Chicago, too.
So even with all the beautiful windows, signs, and storefronts, the diversity of businesses truly makes the Mile the Mile.
If you actually take the time to walk down here, you're going to find something that I hope you find cool.
On the Main-Dempster Mile, Brandon Kondritz and Jonas Blum, Evanston Roundtable.